Today's video is an in-depth guide on Amazon reimbursements and just Amazon fees in general. Yoni Mazor from Getida sat down with me and explained me all of the different types of reimbursements that Amazon sellers may be entitled to, and also how they can go about reclaiming those reimbursements manually. In the end, he also provides an overview of all of the different fees and all of the different costs that can cut into an Amazon seller's margin. But before we jump into it, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And Yoni gave us an amazing offer for all of Orange Click's viewers. You can grab it down below. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Welcome to the channel, Yoni. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us how you help Amazon sellers?
Hi, everybody. My name is Yoni Mazor. I'm the co-founder and chief growth officer of Getida. Getida, our mission is to help Amazon FBA sellers get the maximum FBA reimbursements that they're eligible to receive. We audit billions of dollars worth of transactions, FBA transactions every day across our clients. We're the largest organization in the world dedicated just for this mission. This mission is called FBA, Amazon FBA auditing and reimbursements. We have a global team of 115 plus people in 6 countries. And this is our focus. This is all we do.
Thank you so much for the introduction. And I think I would like to first start out by understanding how big this issue is and how big of a problem this is. So what are reimbursements and why do they matter for sellers?
Got it. So FBA discrepancies can be a variety of things. I'm going to give the basic ones so people here listening to this and watching this will have a good idea what's going on. So I'll start with the basics. You're an Amazon seller. You want to sell an FBA. You're going to ship your inventory, your products into Amazon's fulfillment centers. So let's say you want to ship in 1,000 units, and Amazon, instead of receiving 1,000 units, only receiving 190. 10 units are missing. That's the entry level. That's just getting your products to Amazon. But once your products are inside Amazon's fulfillment centers, inside more things can happen. Your inventory could get lost, damaged, destroyed, disappeared, disposed, or overcharged with fees inside the warehouses. Okay, so these are all kind of the components and mix of issues that we look into. And all these issues can equate to between 1 to 3% from your revenue, right? So if you do $1 million a year on Amazon FBA, 1 to 3%, 1 to 3% could be 10 to 30,000. Another way to look at it is for every 100 units you ship to FBA, between 1 to 3 units is going to experience one of these discrepancies that you have to be on the lookout for to find it. That's one complexity. And once you find it, you got to explain it to Amazon. And if you're eligible, they're going to provide you a refund or a reimbursement.
I see. So in the end, basically, not all reimbursements that sellers are entitled to actually happened. And those are the reasons why.
Yeah, because maybe mathematically you're not explaining yourself properly. Your math doesn't work. Meaning finding is one issue, but then explaining it and working with Amazon, it's a different part of the challenge. You might have the correct information and you're eligible to get a reimbursement. But for some reason, they don't understand what you're trying to tell them in writing or even calling. They just say, no, we apologize, nothing. So you get nothing out of it. For us, we're auditors. We actually focus on the number, on the digit, on the -1. So if we focus on the -1 and we get a response, we see that Amazon doesn't understand, we're going to reopen the case, explain it again, maybe in a different angle. And they'll be like, oh, we apologize, here's a reimbursement, because it's very data and mathematically driven. Because if Amazon tells you no on a -1, you think no means no. Because you don't do this all day, every day. So for you, you don't know what's going on. So that's kind of, it's like almost doing your taxes with the government. The accountant knows all these elements, right? So they're able to have the discussion with the government to make sure whatever you're eligible to get refunds, you get. And that's why, people get specialists to help them if they ever need it.
Yeah, otherwise after a while you probably just say, okay, you're right, because you have more information than I do. But then can you please guide us through what the normal process the sellers have to go through in order to be reimbursed?
You got it. So I actually prepared a whole presentation for you guys. So whoever's watching this, hopefully after they watch it, they can take actions on their own account and individually without us, right? And they can hopefully get money out of it, get more value from their business. So hopefully you find this useful and good for your business. So let me start sharing my screen. So welcome to a guide for FBA auditing and reimbursements. Okay, a little bit more about ourselves. What's Getida? How do you say Getida? Is it Getida? Is it Getida? It doesn't matter. It's an acronym. It stands for Get IDA, which is Get Intelligent Data Analytics. We like to see ourselves as a global leader for FBA auditing and reimbursements. We can operate because we operate on global Amazon marketplaces: Amazon US, Canada, Mexico, EU, UK. We'll help you in all these places. We won the Gold Award from the American Business Awards for our dashboard technology. We have a team of a dedicated team of claim specialists. A big part of them are former Amazon employees who used to work in the FBA reimbursements departments. That helps us a lot with all the language, right, and with all the mathematics. We track and monitor our recovery rate. It's over 75%. So for every 4 cases we open, usually more than 3 cases get reimbursed. We are very proud to host a lot of Amazon seller events. So you can visit getida.com/events, and you see all these events that we're proud to sponsor, and they're very educational, such as Orange Click events. We're very proud of sponsoring those. So make sure, if you haven't subscribed to the Orange Click channel and you're watching this video, take a moment, make sure to subscribe and then continue, because it's amazing what you guys do, and I appreciate it. So check out other videos that they have there. Also Sellerfest, check out Sellerfest. It's a cool event that we did a few times already with Orange Click along the years. A lot of good educational material is available there for you. Another thing is you can visit our podcast, getida.com/podcast. Check out the episode that we did with Augustus Kligis, which is the founder of Orange Click. Very unique story. And we like to make our solutions affordable for all sellers of any size and any stage. You could be a brand new seller or a huge seller doing hundreds of millions. It's free to join and it's free to stay. We'll only charge a fee based on performance. So only if we get your money back, only then we charge you a fee. Okay, you can find us in the Amazon App Store, which means we're an authorized solution provider by Amazon. So it means we have a commitment to you, the seller, but also to Amazon to make sure that we're always terms of service compliant, data security, and private policy. We got to perform on the highest level. Okay, that keeps us very, very focused. And also we're available in the Amazon SPN. All right, and now back to the business, right? This is the high level overview of all these things you got to look into. This is the main events. There's other things which are smaller, but these are the main events you got to look into. And I'm going to touch them during this video. But high level, the shipment you ship to Amazon FBA, you got 6 months to reconcile. If Amazon loses or damages inventory, you got 18 months to look back. If there's any issues with customer refunds and returns, you got 18 months to look back. If you ever remove your inventory from FBA and you have an issue, you got 18 months to look at that as well. Let's say you tell Amazon, hey, I want 100 units, send it back to me, and Amazon only got you 90 units back. Those missing 10 units, you can claim a refund for that as well. That's a removal order. So keep that in mind. You have 18 months. And when did mention fees? Because when there's fulfillment fees, every time you sell a unit on Amazon FBA, they fulfill it for you, right? They pick it from the bin, they package it in a box, they ship it out, they charge you a fulfillment fee. And that fee is based on weight and dimension. So the larger and heavier Amazon thinks your product is, the more they're going to charge you in fees. And if that data is incorrect, you can get a refund for that. There's only 3 months available. So this is a high level overview. Now we're going to jump into FBA shipments, and I'll show you how you can actually take action by yourself. Okay, guys. So when you log into Amazon Seller Central, just visit and you go to inventory, manage FBA inventory, right? And you'll see also manage FBA shipments. You'll see that one of the options. So click on manage FBA shipments, and then you'll see your shipment log. In the shipping log, it's kind of small here. You see all the units you shipped out. It's 1,000, and all the shipments they received, 990. So when you see that, all you got to do, click the blue area here. Once you click the blue area here, it's going to open another page for you. This is more large. This is larger, so you're able to see a bit better. Then you see, you shipped 1,000 units. Amazon only located 990. Discrepancy, pretty simple, right? Minus 10. And then you're going to have a drop-down menu. In this drop-down menu, you want to do it missing, please research. And then you submit a case. And then once it's working, it's going to show you submitted. And then you're going to have a case ID. Okay? So if you've never done this before, once this video is ending, go back to your Amazon account, look at all these shipments that are 6 months old, and any of them that are missing units, go and take action immediately, because that's money in the bag. Okay, so hopefully that's useful. But now comes a complication. Okay, for the shipments that are easy, they don't have a complication, take action. But for some of these shipments, I want to give you further explanation. Amazon might ask you for documentation. Okay, and it's high level, the 2 types of documentation: POP, proof of purchase, or POD, proof of delivery. So actually, I took a snapshot here from the Getida dashboard. We have a whole module in the dashboard just to help with these shipments, to help you with the overflow. But we're not discussing that. I just took a snapshot for you to understand the elements, what's going on here. So I'm going to start from the bottom one, actually. If Amazon is asking you for POD, proof of delivery, right? Then, that usually typically is when you use a carrier that is not a partner carrier. If you're using Amazon's partner carrier, which can be UPS and FedEx, and you buy your shipping inside of Seller Central, they're not going to ask you for a POD, a proof of delivery. But if you buy your shipping from another carrier, it could be a global carrier or any other carrier, They're gonna ask you for a POD, proof of delivery, and this can be a stamped BOL, bill of lading. The bill of lading, when Amazon receives it in the warehouse, they're gonna have a stamp on it. We received it, delivered, and have Amazon's logo, and that's where you need to give Amazon. You have to upload that document, a stamped BOL, and when you open the shipment, when you open a case to reconcile the shipment, they're gonna ask you for that. So make sure you give it to them, okay? And the second thing they might ask you for, which is more common, this is less common, especially if you're doing a partner carrier, but more common is proof of purchase, POP. Now, POP splits into two options. The first option is an invoice, right? You send the supply invoice because Amazon want to make sure, yeah, did you really own it? Did you really have it? That's first option. The second option is only available if you're a private label seller, which has brand registry. If you have brand registry and you're a private label seller, instead of an invoice, you can give them a packing slip. A POP can be a packing slip. So you create a simple packing slip, say, hey, this is my company information, right? This is my logo. This is the shipment information. This is what I shipped, and your signature, and you send it to them, and boom, you're good to go. Okay, so for POP, for proof of purchases, if you're a private label seller and you have brand registry, and you want to streamline this issue, we have that in our system, in our dashboard. You can, in a few clicks, you'll be able to generate all these things if you ever need it. But of course, you can go to your suppliers or your team and make sure you give it to Amazon. So make sure you have these two types of documents ready to go for every shipment: the POD, proof of delivery, or POP, proof of purchase. Sophia, questions so far?
No questions. I wanted to say that Yoni actually showed this part of Getida in another video that we just recorded. So if you want to see Getida in action and how you can make this process a lot easier, then just make sure to watch that video. We will link it down below for you. And actually, yes, I have a follow-up question, which is, then this is a manual process, right, to get reimbursements back. And how long does it take away on average, like from normal seller? How much time does he need in order to take care of this? And also, what is the average success rate of the seller, would you say, if you have that information?
If you have all the information, it's very accurate and Amazon understands it. This is one shipment. Every shipment can be a few minutes. So now it depends how many shipments you have. You have 10, you have 100, you have 1,000. It all depends on volume. I'll tell you this much. The larger you become and there's more volume to handle, the more it gets complicated, the more time and attention it needs. Because providing the information could be one component and submitting it to Amazon, but then Amazon might have follow-up questions for you. And so you have to prepare to be able to understand what Amazon is asking you and how to reply to that. I'm keeping everything as simple as I can because I want the sellers to be able to take action as much as they can on their own, so they can get all the money that they're eligible to receive. This is the purpose of this video. Hopefully, we'll be able to make some good impact with this and help the sellers. That's kind of the mission here. Of course, too much of a headache, too much complication. Reach out to professionals out there. There's solutions that help with this. It happens to be Getida with one of them. So if you ever need our help, we'll be happy to help. Okay.
I see. Yeah, I think as you start to ship a lot of different shipments, maybe, different shipments in the same day, even then it starts to get confusing. So what is actually the process with Getida? Like, what does Getida take out of the seller's plate?
Yeah, so when you connect with Getida, we're going to go back 18 months and all the data, and we'll pretty much take care of everything for you. So you can really have a peace of mind. If we ever need documentation from you, only when it's needed, we're going to reach out to you and make sure we'll let you know so you can provide it to us. If it's never needed, we're not going to bother you. If it's needed, we'll make sure you let you know, and then you'll be able to email it to us, or you can go to the Getida dashboard and set it up through the dashboard. There's a whole dashboard just for shipments and documentation flow. Okay? So high level, we're able to help if needed to save you a gazillion amount of hours. That's one thing. And the second thing, make sure you really get everything that you're eligible to receive. Because sometimes you might spend all this time and never really get everything that's yours. So you're kind of a double loss. With us, hopefully we'll make it a double plus. You save a lot of amount of hours, and also you get everything that is owed to you. So it's more efficient, it's more impactful.
I see. Okay. And would you say that then the success rate is higher because you're experts of the topic?
Yeah, this is all we do all day, every day. And yeah, it's just, you get a good result typically when the focus is there, and because things constantly change every few weeks, every few months. There's new elements, new changes, new updates to the databases. There's more things I want to show here. This is just the beginning of the way. I'm going to show a few more things the sellers can do, and I'll show you how more it gets complicated. You want to go there, and we'll kind of answer the question in a more deep way. Okay. Remember the chart that I shared? The first one was the FBA inbound shipment 6 months. Great, done. Now we have the FBA loss and damage units. Okay. This you have 18 months to look back. Now this is straight from Seller Central. Amazon's telling you, okay, you can go back 18 months. Okay, that's your claim window. But before you submit a claim, this is what we want you to do. Now this position, I'm going to stop everything and tell you this. For loss and damage units in Amazon FBA warehouses, Amazon is going to automatically reimburse you for everything that their system finds, right? And they need about 30 days to do it. And after 30 days, that's when you get this message, and they tell you now you need to, audit us and check us. Okay, you must submit your claim no later than 18 months after the date was a reported loss or damage. So this is in their terms of service, telling you we need 30 days. After 30 days, you can come in. You need to come in and check us. Okay, and before you submit a claim, you need to do all these. I'm going to explain in a moment what this is. But this is the premise. The premise is you're doing all this after the time has after Amazon has basically done everything it can do for you. And of course, if you're trying to do it yourself, great. If you need others to help you with, that's when solutions like us can come in and help. Now here I want to, I'm not going to show you the Excel files, how it all works in Excel. So I'm considering whoever's watching this is really good with Excel and filtering and doing VLOOKUPs and stuff like that. But let me explain to you the logic, because the logic is the most important thing. So Amazon is telling you, okay, grab this first report, inventory adjustment report. In this report, find all the units that got lost. Okay, so let's say you found the units that got lost, boom, you have an issue. Then they tell you, okay, from the second report, which is the second database, it's called Manage FBA Inventory Report. You got to check in this report if that unit that got lost got found already. Maybe it got found. So if a unit got lost and then on the second report you see it got found, you have no issue. You don't submit a claim. If you check the second report, this report, and you saw it still never got found, then you got to check another third report. It's called Reimbursement Report. Okay, it's a third database you got to look into. Okay, so you found the unit got lost and never got found, but it got reimbursed. You stop, you don't open a claim. A unit got lost, a unit never found, a unit never got reimbursed, then you submit your claim. This is the logic. And you got to do this for every single unit that shipped to FBA in the past 18 months. And it's for lost units and damaged units. This is what they're expecting you to do, to check up in your account with FBA auditing. This is kind of the logic works, and that's what you have to do. Remember, we have the shipments, all this flow, and this is a loss and damage, FBA loss and damage issues. Okay, we can go back 18 months. Once again, I don't want to scare anybody too much for you. We can help you, no worries. But I encourage you to do it as much as you can on your own, your VA, your bookkeeper, whoever it is on your team. They can try. Questions about it, you want to reach out later to learn more, reach out. I'll be happy to help as well. Okay, that's FBA loss and damage. Let's go. Now I want to start from a case study to explain another type of issue. This is the winning dimension issue, but let me start with this case study. This is a case study of a $5 million seller. Okay, we have all this blue line, which is the beautiful, the money coming into your account, but then unfortunately we have the red lines that it's money coming out of your Amazon account. And if you see here, it says Amazon fees. And if for the untrained eye, it really hides that there's a lot of FBA fees involved here. How do I know? Because the Amazon fees are $77,000. But from the $77,000, $43,000 were the fulfillment fees or the pick and pack fees. Okay, that's why I want to do this case study so you understand it, which is almost 20% from all the revenue. The revenue was $219,000 for 2 weeks, right? Times 2, that's $440,000 a month. Times 12 months, that's about $5 million a year. That shows us the $5 million case study. So it shows you the impact, and it makes you understand that the king, okay, of all FBA fees is the fulfillment fees. The pick and pack fees are the most impactful and most aggressive fees that there are. So let's do a quick summary here. You have FBA fees of fulfillment fees, right? And then you have the rest of the fulfillment FBA fees. It can be like a restocking fee, a refund fee, all that stuff. Don't forget, you still have Amazon selling fee, which is 15%. So for this particular case study, 35% of all the seller's revenue are in Amazon fees, which are burning through the margins. If you do $5 million a year, it's 1.75 in annual fees. Now, this is the world of FBA optimization, right? There's another universe called PPC spend, which adds more fees. Okay, there's two universes. Everybody's focused on the content of advertising, how to minimize advertising costs and A costs and tacos. It's great. Do that. Now I'm taking you to the other side of the world called FBA fees. And you need to know what is the amount of fees you're paying. And now that you know what the amount of your fees that you're paying, now let's take some action here, or let's kind of discuss a strategy that can help you pay the least as possible. Okay. Now that we know that the major fees are fulfillment fees and they're based on weight and dimensions, meaning the heavier and larger the product is, the more you're going to pay in fees. So let's think for a minute. Okay, let's make sure that everything we send to FBA is as small and light as possible, because you're the private label seller. You can control that. If you're not a private label seller, maybe there's other creative ways. Let's give you an example. If you're shipping a football or a soccer ball in the United States to FBA, if you ship it in uninflated and it's 30 inches long, they might charge you $10 every time you sell it. But if you deflate the ball and you send it in, whether it's your brand or not your brand, doesn't matter. Now it's 5 inches, and they're gonna charge you $3 a unit. Boom, that's the way you want to do it. So make sure you package it small and light and smart. Same thing for a pair of jeans. You're selling apparel, whether you're a private label seller or just a reseller. Don't send it out all open up like that. It's gonna be very large. So what you want to do is roll it up, put it in a shrink wrap, and send it in. Okay. So strategy is very, very important. Do everything that you can to make sure it's small and light as possible. Okay. And after you did that, you still got to check and track your packaging when in dimensions. Why? Because over time it might change. For example, if you ship in a handbag, every few weeks or few months, Amazon is going to scan that handbag in their warehouse. And if the handbag has a strap that's hanging loose and is adding 20, 30 inches, all of a sudden Amazon is going to recalculate the fees and boom, you're going to start overcharging you. Or another example is maybe somebody's attacking you. You and I sell the same thing. I'm your competitor. I can take your ASIN. I can list it on my account, on my Amazon account. I never offer it, but I have the listing in my account. Now I can start changing the weight and dimension. To say, hey, instead of 6 inches, it's 600 pounds. Instead of being, instead of 6 inches, 600 inches. Instead of 6 ounces, it's 6 pounds. Amazon is going to start recalculating, and they're going to gladly start overcharging you. And you and I are selling head to head. I'm making profit, you losing money because they're overcharging you with fees. We've seen that as well. It can be a variety of reasons. As I only gave 2. But you as a seller, a professional seller, have to be on the lookout. Every 90 days, you check out your weight and dimension fees. If there's an issue, make sure you take action. Okay, 2 reasons. Going forward, you stop paying more. And going backwards, you're going to get your refunds. Okay? So that's kind of the idea there. And if you need help with that, this is what we did. We created free tools for Amazon sellers. You can just visit getida.com/ebook, and you're going to get 3 things in this package. Okay, the first thing is a book about how to read an Amazon income statement. All the money's coming in, all the money's coming out. It'll help you a lot. Make sure your bookkeeper or your accountant reads it so they know what's going on. The second thing is a profit and loss template, because we focus on Amazon fees, but you also need to know the entire business fees to make sure you're actually making a profit. So hopefully this will help you. And the third thing is the weight and dimensions tracker. All your ASINs, you got to make sure you have all the weight and dimensions there. When you download the file from Amazon on your FBA account, make sure you match it, and boom, you'll be able to take action every 3 months. So this is the package that we prepare for you. Hopefully you'll find it useful. And now I want to kind of do an overview just to summarize everything up. Okay, guys, quick reminder. The FBA discrepancies on an annual basis can be 1 to 3%. So whoever's watching this, you know how much you're doing in FBA and revenue. Doing your own calculation. This is your opportunity, okay? Like I said, we have up to 18 months, but then we have 6 months and 90 days, so do not miss out. And of course, if you need documentation, explain more about that. Make sure you give it to them, because if you don't give it to them, they're not going to be able to investigate and go further. Okay, so make sure you stay attentive to that. And if you ever wonder why you might need help with FBA auditing, this is a bit more things that we look into. These are more like a variety of things that are not as common, but they're still there. So if anything here looks unfamiliar, it probably means that you're leaving money behind. Okay, so feel free to reach out for help if you ever need to. And here's a quick case study of the financial impact or the positive impact of FBA auditing. If you really get everything that you owed, let's see what it can do to your bottom lines. Okay, we have an $18 million seller, sold about 300,000 units. 9,000 units got affected, which puts it at 2.8%, right? From the 1 to 3% I mentioned, it's a higher edge, right? 2.8%. And then we got them back $151,000 back, okay? Which helped the bottom line by about 11%. Why? Because before Getida, profit was 1.3 million. We added 151,000 and boom, the bottom line profit increased by about 11%. This is the first layer of financial impact. Second layer, if you're selling your Amazon business, okay, whoever's buying the business from you is really buying your profit, and they're paying you a multiple for that profit. So let's say you're gonna get a 5x multiple for your business. You take a 5x times $151,000 that were added to the the EBITDA, the earning before interest, taxes, and amortization. So all of a sudden, 5x times 151, it's $750,000 that this seller can get extra on the way out. Boom, nice impact. And of course, if you bought an Amazon business, you're able to go back. You can connect to Getida, for example. We're gonna go back 18 months and flush you with all this money that the seller may have left behind. Maybe they use their own team and they didn't get everything that they owe. They don't know. They never even audited their account. So that's an opportunity for whoever's buying an Amazon business to have a better ROI, return on investment. Okay, a lot of the aggregators that buy all these businesses, they're very sophisticated. That's why they're big guys. They've raised a lot of money because they're supposed to be the most professional players. This is one of those things that help them become a professional. They optimize the business with PPC, with sourcing, but also with FBA auditing and reimbursement. So keep that in mind. And we have a recent example of a seller that we were able to get back 163,000, and they eventually got a 7x multiple, which was a nice exit for them. So it increased their exit by almost another $1 million. Because this is one of the most easiest decisions you can make on the way out when you make an exit, how to get more money on the way out, right? You don't have to source a product or launch a product or invest more into PPC to have more revenue and more profit. You just go back 18 months on all the data, right? We can go back and get you money that you never expected to have, and boom, you get a nice multiple. So this is a nice impact. And then we did prepare an offer for whoever kind of wants to give us a shot and try us out. You can just visit getida.com/click with KLIK, and we're gonna give you a $400 offer. So this is a guarantee. You're gonna have $400 extra in your pocket just from trying us out. After $400, if you want to leave us, you can leave. If you want to stay, you can stay. But you're gonna get $400 in free FBA reimbursement. And of course, if you have any other questions, idea, thoughts, feel free to reach out to me directly. This is my direct email. It's yoniem@getida.com. You can also visit our website to learn more. And questions so far, Sophia?
I'm just wondering how many clients Getida has and what's the impact, like how many thousands were recovered already for sellers.
So we're doing this since 2015. Tens of millions of dollars across the years. So, we see that these sellers are able to get money back in their pockets, and we really encourage them to, once they have this money, keep growing, keep investing in your Amazon business. Make sure you source more products, launch more products, spend more PPC. It's amazing what you can do when you have more access to liquid. Liquid is cash, right? So yeah, we take a lot of pride in that. It's just it's our privilege to kind of help and serve. A little bit of a background how Getida was born. Whoever made it this far in the video. Getida was actually born from our experience as Amazon sellers. About 10 years ago, we started selling online. eBay was the main thing for us, but then we started selling on Amazon. The business grew very quickly from 0 to 20 million in FBA sales. Then we became a part of a larger group. And as a group, we were doing about 100 million in FBA sales. We have so much data coming in from FBA, it broke our spreadsheets. So we had to build technology and software, to find all these issues on a constant basis. But also we created a team to help manage all the issues with all the back and forth with Amazon. So effectively, we created the solution for ourselves. It worked pretty well. We told a few of our friends from the industry that we have these capabilities. They told us, help us, we'll pay you. And that was the early genesis of Getida back in 2015. Over the years, it kind of grew organically because it's very comfortable. You can join for free. You can stay for free. We only charge a fee based on success. So over the years, it grew so much, we just cashed out our retail. And then we put our focus and energy just on helping other sellers. So all of our creativity, motivation, energies are just helping others. And from that point on, we really kind of took leadership in this niche or mission of Amazon FBA auditing and reimbursements. So over the years, it made a little bit of an impact. So that's a little bit I can share with you guys on what we did so far.
Thank you for sharing. I actually wondered how did you stumble upon this world and how did you create it, or where did the idea come from? So thank you for sharing.
The market, I usually say, the market kind of pushes you where it needs help, and we constantly got pushed and pushed and pushed, and every day we're actually getting pushed more and more and deeper. So the thing is, it's still ongoing, meaning we're very passionate about solving problems for sellers. So right now, excuse me 1 second. So right now, if a seller comes to us and say, hey, Getida, check out what happened, and all of a sudden we discover something new that we can help with, and they solve it, we take this something new and then check with everybody else, all of our users. All of a sudden, they're able to get more and more. So there's a built-in R&D, research and development component when you join Getida, because we feel like the mission just started. There's more and more variety of things that constantly happen, and things constantly change. And as they change, we're able to kind of back up everybody so they can really have the focus on growth. That growth, focus on selling is actually creating the business. That's what you need to do as a seller: sourcing, launching, advertising, marketing, branding. That creates a business. That's what you should be focused on. So for us, we're like archaeologists. We always look into the past. When we look into the future, we always look into the past. We come with our toothbrushes. We brush the sand and all the dust. Once we find, a golden coin, we're going to bring it back to your pocket. And only if we're successful doing it, we get rewarded. So the partnership becomes very comfortable for both sides. And that creates, good growth over the years for everybody.
I see, it's a great business model, I think. And I wonder then also how Getida will evolve if you find then even, new ways of helping sellers, because Amazon has so much data. It's a world, and I'm sure Amazon will also evolve and keep growing. So
yeah, the data sets, the data reports, it's like advertising. Imagine advertising what it is today, PPC, and what it was 3 years ago. Yeah. It's not the same, constantly change. Same thing with our world of auditing. always changes. So as the changes happen, we're there, we're prepared, and we'll make the adjustments that are needed, and then keep on servicing everybody else so they can really focus on what really moves the needle and creates a business, which is sales.
Yeah, got it. Thank you so much for your time, Yoni. It was really nice to learn about all of these things today. So if you want to take advantage of the offer, then the link will be down below. And also, you will know where to find Yoni. Everything will be linked down below. Thank you so much for your time.
Take care, everybody. Good luck.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. Once again, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And also remember to check Yoni's offer. The link will be down below. It is a very, very nice offer. After this one, if you want to keep learning about reimbursements and how they can help you optimize your profitability, then make sure to watch this video.